Recording. Alright. This better fucking work this time. Good evening, people. This is your captain speaking. Unfortunately, the first 2 times we recorded this video, it didn't save. That sucks. So here's your intro. I'm Tilted. Cameron over here sacrificed some mic integrity to go, "It's high noon," really loud because I wanted him to do it. Because of that, I now owe him a video of me playing Battle Mercy. It's really difficult because Doomfist exists. So, last video, or last attempted recording, I recorded 5 whole videos of Battle Mercy. This video, I don't know how many videos of Battle Mercy I'm going to be able to stomach before I have to stop playing. So, you're welcome, Cameron. I've recorded this thing 3 times for you. Let's hope it works this time.
You've improved your intro, Shay. I don't know if it's the anger or experience, but it's better.
Just
well done.
Maybe it's that you don't interrupt every single time I try to speak.
That's also possible.
Yeah.
That might be part of this.
Because you know the intro usually goes, "Hi guys, how's it going?" Pretty much. So in the peanut gallery we have Cameron. Say hi.
Hello.
Cameron saying hi. We have Ben, who's probably going to be silent for this. And then we have On, who is laughing.
Hello.
So, I don't even know. I was gonna edit it down to a montage last time I recorded this. Someone picked Mercy.
That's awkward.
Okay, they left. Oh wait, it's skirmish. It's fine. It was skirmish.
I'll be watching over.
Okay.
Safe.
We're safe. Yep. So I was going to edit it down, but I'm not sure I'm going to this time, because that means I have to play multiple games. I don't want to play multiple games. Don't make me play multiple games this time. Just give me enough.
He's tilted beyond belief.
I am tilted, because I got through all 5 of those, had to deal with 72 Doomfists, and then got out of it, and then the video didn't save. The first time, it just, broke, but, the second time, it just, didn't save. So this is the third... McCree. Oh, and a Moira. I don't have time to deal with either of your shits, so...
So Shay, what if I said you should check your recording?
I should check my what?
Recording.
The recording doesn't exist.
That
this current one? Oh, no, we've started. We're good.
Okay, sure.
I'm positive. So, coming up after this is me editing together a deathtage of Scourge of the Past when we actually completed it, because I had that all streamed. So, I stremmed it, yeah, so I have all the footage. So then I can edit it down.
Prepare for battle. Select your
I wish I recorded the first time we did it, because that was fun. I'm unbelievably tilted right now. Beyond belief. You don't even understand.
I'll be watching over you. Must violence always be the solution?
Well, I will leave you to your video. I'm going to take a shower.
Have fun, Cameron.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture.
Onward! So, this video has been hell to even get to the point where I'm recording it, because Overwatch, just in general right now, is not fun to play at all. I would rather play and oh hi Farah, any other game other than Overwatch at this point. So playing Overwatch is a chore. but I have to play Overwatch
Mercury online.
so I can get this video, so I can finally, like, it's been like months since Cameron did the high noon, and now I need to like do right by that bet. But like Overwatch like physically hurts to play, so like I don't want to record this video. It's like not at all like something I want to do.
Speedy recovery.
What's poppin'? Alright.
Sounds like you problem.
It is a me problem, but it's like something with like one, like just community is like ugh, and then like just the game itself just doesn't like feel as fun as it was to like play at launch. So because it doesn't feel as fun as it like I remember like I binged Overwatch. Like there was like a time where like I played a metric ton of this game. Like I got like really into it for a while. We are not at that period anymore. Like I don't feel at all like really into this. Like this is like, okay, I gotta get this done for the recording, and then I can go and like play things I actually want to play. Like I want to go play League, and I want to go record League, and I want to like do all that, and I want to go down, edit down my video, like my Destiny footage, because one, I want to go rewatch that just to see how poorly that actually went. But I'm like I'm forcing myself to stomach this game right now because it's just not fun. It is like really not fun. Like part of it is that I'm a support main in an era right now where it doesn't feel like, part of it is one, Mercy is just in a weird place. Part of it is that I'm not super particularly good. Oh, and I play it and I like kind of, I recognize that I'm not really good per se, but like it feels really awkward as a support player to be playing support right now. Oh, there's a Hanzo and a Mei shielded herself. Woo. But it feels really awkward to like play this. And it's like ugh. So like playing like Mercy right now feels really strange, and it doesn't feel like, one, I frankly prefer Mercy when she could res a bunch of people with her ult and her kit was just different. Like I preferred that. I don't like, I understand like the balance and the change, and it was necessary to get Mercy in a position where she's playable beyond like let's go hide and stuff. I personally never hid. I thought it was more of like I always used it as go in and get like 3 and include like a tank or something to continue a push, just to like kind of reset the whole thing. But I personally preferred that over the new one where it's res every 30 seconds. And it feels a lot less impactful and it just doesn't feel right. And maybe and I like Valkyrie. Valkyrie's fun, and it helps with the Battle Mercy videos because, or like the Battle Mercy recording, because it makes me a little bit more viable in combat. But like, yeah, it's cool, but like, if we could just not, that'd be great. Like, but it's not even, I'd say it's even worse in terms of balance now than it was before.
But the thing is, before it was used to reset after everyone used their ults. After how it is now, it's more of a tick, a direct off the tick, not a entire usage of an ult.
But it just, yeah, but that would extend, that would change, like that didn't necessarily, it extended fights, but this just kind of like damages, there's a Pharaoh. This just kind of is like, see, because like there's like a rhythm, like just, part of it is just the way that it's a lot of, like in my opinion, a lot of sort of factors culminating into one thing. And I think Mercy's rework is a really small factor in that. It's a big factor for me considering I like playing Mercy. To be honest with you, did she have another E before this? I don't think she did. Like, to be honest, I don't really mind it, but it just puts her in a weird, position, and it puts me in a weird position in terms of the reses. Because It's weird as someone who is like in a fight to like res someone and then they're back in the fight, but it changes the fight dynamic, but I don't think it does a very good job of doing so. Like with the way that I feel like, okay, so
A clean bill of health.
I think I'm trying to like collect this into there so I can stop rambling. I think my biggest thing is it feels less impactful to Valkyrie than it does to like go and res a bunch of people. And I understand where they're coming from in terms of the rework. I get that. Like they wanted Mercy to like Mercy's res because it's part of her kit. It's like an integral part of her kit to work, I guess, differently. Like to like be more like I guess functional in a lot of different areas. But the issue is, yeah, even it works in like multiple fights and everything, but it doesn't feel impactful. It's the same kind of problem I have with like, it's weird, right? Like, I don't know, like part of it is that like I liked the res as it was, but it doesn't feel like when I pop Valkyrie, it has the same effect as when like a res is a good ult. Like, don't get me wrong about that, or not a res, sorry. Like Valkyrie's a good ult. It does a lot of cool things, but it doesn't have like the same. It doesn't feel as a Mercy player like I'm doing something. Like Valkyrie, like the flying thing,
A clean bill of
like
health.
feels like it's nice. It's nice, but it feels like a gimmick, and I don't feel like I'm doing anything more than I already am, like more than I'm already capable of doing. Whereas like a res makes it so it's like, yeah, just like the multi-res, we're just gonna call it the multi-res, brought a bunch of people back and fundamentally changed like the way an encounter was going down, which is why they changed it. But I think it worked better as a fundamental shift, because if you think about it, like a lot of other Overwatch ults, whereas that just had the power to like extend it. It had the power. It was a very good ult to synergize with, and it could be used very good or very bad depending. But I understand that there's not the way that they planned it. There was just no real good way to. I do admit that there was like no real good way to balance that, because if you make her too weak during it, then the ult is useless. But if you make her too strong, then it's like too powerful, because it doesn't directly harm people, but it has the potential to bring other people in with their ults back in a fight where those ults could have been shut down. But the current ult itself doesn't feel like it has a fight-changing potential, like the fight-changing potential as other ults in the game, right? Like if you send, but on the other hand, like her other one was like a really powerful sort of, like, I don't know, like it was a really powerful ult for a support, but I kind of didn't mind that. Like Ana's a really powerful single thing. Like she sends a single person in, and you synergize that with like a Reinhardt, it's fantastic. But like,
don't forget, this is back. Don't forget the thing is, you really don't forget that this is back before they changed it, and not before they added the buff to Ana heal on ult as well. So
no, I understand. Here's the issue, right? Mercy was changed at a time where Mercy was the only real viable healer, because there wasn't a Brigitte and there wasn't like a buffed Ana. So when they changed her to level her with everyone else. But the issue is, with the addition of people like Ana and the addition of people like Moira, Mercy is put in a weird spot, because they're now viable healers. They're now really viable healers. So you bring those guys in, and like Mercy like becomes sort of, she's now less potent, which is fine, but because of that, because of things like that, because we're bringing in more people, I'd say that Mercy can have her, if we brought Mercy's ult back from the perspective of someone who plays a bunch of Mercy but doesn't play a lot of competitive Overwatch, and I'm not like a competitive Overwatch player. I don't play it enough to really be competitive. But I'd say that with those people in here, there's more viable, they're not necessarily more viable supports, but there are more supports that are viable that can be played, and where Mercy's ult would be, I guess, less broken than it was before.
But it's still broken if you revert it because of how strong the... Like, if you've seen every game before they did every professional game, before they reworked her, she was picked in every single comp before she was changed. Because of how insanely strong her ult is. Like,
but now her ult is meaningless, almost. Like, okay.
No, okay.
It's useful, but here's the thing. It's not about... I'm not really talking necessarily from the perspective of, is it useful? Because it is definitely useful. But my biggest problem is that it doesn't feel good to use. Like, it doesn't feel like... I feel like when I... Like, because I like to, like, battle Mercy and be stupid, I like it for that reason, because it gives me a lot of other angles of attack, and it gives me a lot of other angles for approaching for an attack. But... great, I just loaded into a skirmish match with 7 seconds remaining. Woo. 4, 3...
the thing is, Overwatch is balanced for professional/competitive play, not really for the casual. Well, not as much for casual.
Which is unfortunate, because there's a huge-ass casual player base.
But some people don't even play the game, and they want to watch it for, just watch it for esports.
But there are still people... I just joined into a skirmish match with 1 minute remaining. Are you kidding? But I'm saying that I don't think it would be broken at this point. Then
it would be broken.
I disagree.
Because currently, with how it works, it's basically a Moral, but more AoE heal, more consistent AoE heal.
Yeah, but it doesn't really. I would disagree. I don't think that it would. I don't think it would be broken if we brought back the res.
It would be broken.
I disagree completely. That's a Doom Fist.
Let's all finish patch 22. We're actually patch 22. But yeah, because of how it is fundamentally made, it would make it...
Well, no, with other ults like we have now, I don't think it necessarily would be. I mean, the biggest issue that I have with it, in terms of how it would potentially be broken, and there could be something that could be done about this, is that the reason why it's such an auxiliary ult, not the current one, the old one. It's such an auxiliary ult. Like when you bring it out as from the perspective of someone who did play a bunch when that was a thing, like when you bring it out, your main goal is you're not necessarily resetting. It's really a prolonging of a team fight, right? And it's to continue afterward. It's like I guess it is a reset button in a sense, but the biggest issue that I think could be fixed with something pretty simple. But if we the biggest issue that I see is when you pull it out, right? When you pull out the ult and you pop that ult, what happens is you're bringing people back with their ultimates. So when you bring them back, what happens is, say they get picked off. Say 3 of your people get picked off on like an approach, and those 3 people could have been extremely useful in a team fight. Well, they're now dead. So what you're doing is you bring them back into the team fight, and then they all have their ults. So it's like you surprise them and you sort of put them at an immediate disadvantage, which kind of happened. But I think a good change for it would be a really simple one, like add like a sort of silence mechanic to it, right? Like for like a very short short period of time, like let's say like 5 seconds or something. That's a little long. But for like 5 seconds after you bring them back, the people don't have ults, right?
But it's usually playing. Okay. What it is mainly used is the Mercy would ult after everyone else has used their ults. Because because at that point after that you res them, they would not have any more ults. Like you usually get barrel ult or Green Dead-Eyed,
I'm talking. I would.
and then that's how you would reset the fight. Is because they won't have their powerful ult anymore because they have used it on the team and they completely full res the entire team.
No, but the issue at that point is that they use their ults, but your team comes back and they have them.
But the thing is, in that fight when everyone's using their ult, they also would use their ult as well. Because if they burn ult and they kill everyone else, they don't need to burn Mercy ult.
1 second. There's a micro diva around here and I need to go.
We're having a discussion on.
We're having a
Overwatch
discussion
ult.
on Mercy's ult.
And good, how bad it is.
How overpowered the old one is compared to how it is right now.
How is it right now?
And how Shay thinks that is the current ult. The old ult would not be overpowered.
I don't
anymore.
think it would be.
How is the new ult?
The new ult it doesn't feel impactful to play. But I suppose it's decent in a sense.
It's decent since you can heal all 5 other members at once.
Ben, I now have 8 million credits in.
I don't think it would be in practice, but I also if it's too much, then I still don't think the current ult works.
Because the other ult was anti-fun, which is why they.
This ult is like anti-fun.
No, you at least.
Well, no, it feels like not impactful at all.
But it is. A good Mercy, a really good Mercy utilizing Valkyrie can be really impactful.
But it doesn't. No, it's not whether or not it is. It's whether or not it feels impactful.
The wonders of modern medicine.
Yeah, because you get sense.
Whether or not it's balanced doesn't mean it's fun to play.
It's like why they refuse to add a quote-unquote like silence mechanic like you're talking about. Like there's a lot of things they thought about adding, but it is anti-fun. In quote.
Healing stream engaged.
Like all those Mercy ult was quote-unquote anti-fun because you use your ult, it'd be satisfying to kill 5 people with your ult, and they would get instant res from Mercy.
A clean bill of
No
health.
one can hide from my sight. All work together.
Heroes never die.
No one can hide from my sight.
Double kill.
Good as new.
I'll show them.
Where does it hurt? Ah, the wonders of modern medicine. in the fight.
Why is the payload stopped?
There's no prescription.
Double.
I'll show them.
Back in the fight.
Payload has stopped. We must get our plan back on track.
Do I just upload the full discussion, or what do I do with this?
I don't think. You can if you want.
I'll probably edit down the better clips, dub it over with music.
Nerf this! The payload. Right ahead.
Helden sterben nicht. A speedy recovery.
Group up here! Group up! Group up here!
You needed a doctor? All over me. Starting over from the beginning.
Seconds remaining.
Enjoy.
Highlight ready to roll.
Cameron, you might know who this person is, by the way.
I'm sorry.
30
What?
I
seconds.
posted a thing in chat, and you might know who that person is. Is it indeed Drew?
Oh my god.
So, if you want some background, Cameron, he's a Grandmaster Mercy main. Who used to main DPS, like Widow.
What'd you send? What'd you send?
Picture. A screenshot. I mean, more accurate.
Play of the game.
Quite spook.
Nerf this!
Jay, actually, have you ever seen a full team damage boosted by Mercy? It is quite scary. And when I say that, I mean it is really scary when they just do a lot of damage for no reason.
Mm-hmm. And that's gonna be a wrap. Alright, I don't have the... ooh, another loot box. Cool. So we're gonna open that, I don't have the will to play another one. So,
Struggle.
yeah, I'm gonna open this loot box and let's hope that I get something good. Terrible business practices. Woo! Got nothing. Alright. That's a wrap. Thank you all for coming and joining us on this. Not really sure what I'm going to upload. Maybe a montage, maybe not, maybe the full discussion. If I upload the full discussion, what are your thoughts on Mercy? I'm just a casual player. Ben likes to cite the pros.
Balance!
It's balancing an entire game off of 50-ish people. Let's do it. So
Also, you know, League of Legends, fix your.
what does League need to fix? Because they need to fix a lot of things.
Fix how true self works. That's all.
Please, actually, yes, I do agree with that.
Fundamentally is fine. It's just damage numbers and true self.
Ben, the man's ending his video. Let's not start another one.
No. Akali does need to be fixed.
That is all.
Goodbye,
that is all.
people.
You
Love
continue.
you all. Farewell.
That's all. Just fix the collie.